Hi everybody, I'm back again with another blog, and this is my third one. It's nice to see you all again. Hope you're all doing well. And we are at the end of summer. It is now pretty well into September, and I thought I'd come back again and talk a little bit about a couple of different things that have been on my mind as far as just social anxiety and just experiences that I've had over the past couple of months. One thing that I have been doing is, in regards to social anxiety just in general, and a lot of the things that I've been working on, I've been reading quite a few books and listening to some audio programs that I've discovered through the library and also on iTunes by an author named Louise Hay. And she's really excellent as far as talking about different ways to accept yourself, and also just she really discusses a lot about treating yourself better and improving your own self-esteem, especially if you have come from situations where your self-esteem and also just your self-confidence is rather low, which I would say is the case with me, very much so. I guess probably her most famous book that she's produced is called You Can Heal Your Life, and she has a lot of audio programs, and she does a lot of work with affirmations, which are very powerful things that you can use to help your self-talk become more positive. And I've been really practicing a lot of affirmations over the last probably 2 months or so. And it really helps you as far as building you up and also focusing your efforts on what you want rather than on what you don't want. When I first started doing the affirmations and actually applying them, it felt very fake, because positive affirmations involve saying things to yourself over and over again, such as, all is well in my world and I am completely safe. When you first start saying that, it seems like it's a bit of a lofty idea, like I don't really feel safe and I don't really think all is well in my world. But what Louise Hay tries to teach is that if you start off by just saying it to yourself and just applying it, and you really keep your thoughts on making it happen and acting as if it was already your reality, then eventually it will become your reality. And she talks a lot about keeping it on the positive side. In other words, even though it doesn't really seem like that, if you say it to yourself enough, eventually it will become what it is that you're searching for and looking for. So you have to adopt an attitude of it actually being here and it actually being the case already. And in other words, fake it until you make it, in a sense. So it's been very interesting. I really highly recommend her work, and I think she's also a really very good speaker as well. As far as just experiences that I've had lately just with my social anxiety issues, recently my partner Brian and I have been looking for a new apartment, which we're probably going to be moving into next year, because our lease is up in the middle of next year, so we're starting to do our homework early by seeking out new apartments and kind of looking around, seeing what's going on and where would be a nice place to live and what would work. And we've gone to quite a few places already in the area, and one aspect of looking for apartments that I never really enjoy is the actual process of talking with all the leasing agents and the rental agents. They're usually women who are rather curmudgeonly. They're not always very friendly to work with, and quite a few of the ones that we've seen so far have really kind of been with an attitude of, oh, I don't have time to show you these apartments, you really got to come back later, or you got to make an appointment, I really don't have time, that kind of thing. And that's an area where I get kind of really I kind of clam up, and I don't really speak up for myself as much as I could, and it's something that I guess the more you do it, you get used to it after a while, but it's a bit of a tough situation with actually not taking it personally. I think one of the reasons that I deal with social anxiety the way that I do, hold on, the lamp is going to fall over. My cat is jumping up on the table here. He's going to make the lamp fall over. I'm trying to make it stay. Okay, I think we're good now. Technical difficulties. One of the reasons that social anxiety hits me the way it does is because I do take a lot of stuff very personally a lot of the time. So it can be something that can be difficult. Oh, my cat is going to say hello. Hi, Dalton. Hi. Hey, Dalton, say hello to everybody. Say hi. Hi. Yeah, this is my lap cat. He's really sweet. Dalton. He wants to get in the picture. He wants to join in with the fun. So anyway, what was I talking about? So anyway, that's another thing. Having animals really just is so therapeutic. It's really a nice thing. I have 3 cats, and they're really wonderful as far as lowering your blood pressure and just calming you down and everything. But with getting back to the other thing, as far as the leasing agents that we've been coming across, some of them are just so miserable. And the key is not to take it personally and not to let that stuff in, and to just say to yourself, that's their deal. My goal is to find an apartment, and this is what I'm looking for, and I'm not, instead of going there and focusing so much on that negative person or that miserable person, I'm focusing more on finding an apartment and actually getting somewhere. Another really quick incident too involving major anxiety was recently I went to something called the Dark Shadows Festival, which is a convention that they had here in New Jersey for people who are fans of the TV show Dark Shadows. My tastes are usually pretty retro, and this is a show from the 60s that I really liked a lot. And at this particular show, this festival rather, I went there from Friday to a Monday, and I ate something on Friday night which didn't agree with me, and I was very sick on Saturday in the morning. And one of my greatest fears, and fears of a lot of people whose videos I've seen here on YouTube, is fear of throwing up in public. And that was something that happened to me for the first time really ever on the Saturday that I was there. I'm in the lobby of the hotel, and I was just like, oh God, and I'm like, throwing up all over the place. So, when that happened, it was like a social phobic's worst nightmare, because everybody's looking at me like I have leprosy or something like that. But I recovered, I got over it, but not a fun experience at all. It definitely is not. So, anyway, our time is running a little bit short, so that'll be my blog for this time. I hope you found some of the information useful. As always, feel free to leave comments, and apologize for the technical difficulties before. And I will see you again next time. And take care, and I'll talk to you later. Dalton, you want to say goodbye? Bye. You feel good. You're such a good boy. Bye. See you later.